Hi guys, it's Shane again, and today we are going to continue our speaking of English, but this time we're going to focus on something a little bit different, a little bit less practical, but good for practicing sounds, and that is tongue twisters. Now, a tongue twister is a set of words that sound very similar or have letters that sound very similar, and sometimes the speaker, when they see these words, sometimes gets a little confused and maybe mispronounces, and that's the trick, you might say. So the most basic one that I can think of is she sells seashells by the seashore. Now, obviously, with a tongue twister, we have to do it as quickly as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it again a little bit faster, and then the third time as fast as I can. Okay, so the first one is done. So here's the second. She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay, that's a lot faster. Okay, now let's do it as fast as I can. All right, she sells seashells by the seashore. I almost swallowed my tongue trying to pronounce that one correctly. So let's try a couple more. Okay, again, I'm going to do it 3 times. First time very slow, and the second time is going to be a little bit faster, and then the third time is going to be as fast as I can say the words. Okay, you guys, obviously, I encourage you to do it as fast as you guys can as well. So, the second one. Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread. So, Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread. I'm going to try that a little bit faster. Now, this one is tricky. Fred fed bread. Do you see? Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread. There, that's as fast as I can go. Now let's see if you guys can do it faster. So Fred fed Ted bread and Ted fed Fred bread. Sometimes we have problems with certain ones because they've got similar sounding letters. So, or an L. Now that's one that can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Lorry is like a truck. So red lorry, yellow lorry. Red lorry, yellow lorry. Yellow Rory, you see? Sometimes you mix the L's and the R's when you're speaking quickly. Red lorry, yellow lorry. There we go. That's much better. Okay, now let's try another one. B's and V's. Now, B's and V's, especially for Spanish speakers, can be tricky. So let's try this one. Vivacious Val vacuumed Violet's very vivid vehicle. So, Vivacious Val vacuumed Violet's very vivid vehicle. Now, I'm going to try it one more time as fast as I can, and I encourage you to do the same. Vivacious Val vacuumed Violet's very vivid vehicle. Okay, now, let's try another one that has lots of vowels, because that can be one that can really get complicated. Excited executioner exercising his excising powers excessively. Now, this one is going to be one step a little bit faster. Excited executioner exercising his excising powers excessively. Now, the last one, the third one, like I said before, is as fast as I can go. So, excited executioner exercising his excising powers excessively. It's exhausting. I'll ask you one more. So, how much Chuck? No, that's not how it starts. This is how it starts. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? A woodchuck is a type of animal that chunks on chunks of wood. All right. So, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Again, you see, sometimes it gets a little bit complicated. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Now, the answer to that question is, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, it would chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to let you guys think about the tongue twisters and maybe suggest some more that you like in English or in Spanish in the comments below. Okay? Thank you guys. Have a lovely week, and we'll see you in the next video.